Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I'm doing wonderful today. It is 75 degrees outside. It's gorgeous, beautiful day, sunshine, windows are open. Little bird is coming to my window. I haven't seen the little bird. I've been at my desk and I've been doing some work, but that bird only comes when I'm doing readings or doing healings. And I started doing a reading here and here came the bird. I haven't seen it in quite a few days. I had a work weekend. I had to work starting on Wednesday. Wednesday, we had to load the truck. So Wednesday till Sunday, I had to actually do physical labor work. And I am not used to it, you guys. We hadn't had a show since February, I think. So it's been a long time. And I did not miss it at all. It was nice to see the people. It was nice. But getting up really early and having to go somewhere in the morning, I don't really like that. I like to sit down and have my coffee and take my time and look at my email and, respond to my email with my coffee. I prefer it like that. But anyway, I'm glad that we had a little business and we were able to, have a show because people really, these people that do the shows, that's what they do. That's their business and they need money too, so it's good. Y'all excited about Tuesday? I am so excited. I really am. We're going to have a watch party at my daughter's house. I'm going to record it, you guys, and then I'll let y'all see what happens. My daughter's making dinner for everybody, and we'll have a watch party. And we have a chat. We have a group chat, and she's calling and telling everybody, "Y'all come to my house by 7:30, and we'll all have a watch party." And my son-in-law chimed in because I said, "What can I bring? I'll bring something." And he said, "You can bring a box of Kleenexes for when Trump wins." He's a Democrat. He's just teasing. He's teasing. But we all know Biden's going to win, right? But we just want to watch it happen. We want to watch it unfold and be biting our fingernails, right? Like the last time. I can't believe that Hillary Clinton didn't win because I really never saw that coming. I just knew she was going to win, and it was a stolen election. It really was. Okay, so what I've done is before I turned on the camera, I went ahead and shuffled the cards, asked a lot of questions, and went through it quickly and tried to get some answers so that I don't have to do that through the whole reading, the whole thing here, because it takes a long time. But so I'm going to get through this kind of quickly, okay? Um, let's see. What else is going on? We have Mark Kelly in Arizona, right? And he's doing well. I think he's up a little bit. And there's big changes coming for Arizona. That's what my cards were telling me. So I feel like that he will win in Arizona. That's my prediction. Um, Hickenlooper, I think their name is in Colorado. I think he's leading also. And I got a yes that he will win the Senate seat. In Iowa, there is that Joni Ernst seat is up. And I think that she's favored. I looked at it and it looks like she's favored. And the cards say that this is going to be messy, that it's going to get really messy, that there may be some, it may be a few days before we know who really won. It's going to be very, very close. And there may be, like the vote is challenged or something like that, or a recount or something, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting that it's going to be really, really messy for that. So that's Teresa Greenfield. So send her good vibes, you guys. Send her some good positive vibes. Not everybody can vote for her, but we can send her good vibes, right? We can send her just some good energy. And then here in Texas, we have MJ Hager. She's running against John Cornyn. And I think that one's very, very close too. And it's really weird because I hope she wins. I cannot stand him. And it's kind of hard sometimes to look at the cards and read them when you don't like a person, you know what I mean, that you don't like them. But again, it looks like it's so tight, it's so close that it looks like the vote will be challenged or something, or they're going to just, try to go back and look at it. They're just going to try to do some shady things. You know what I mean? They're going to try to not allow some votes or something like that. I feel like they're just going to pull out all the stops to get him, to save his seat. It looks really, really close, you guys. Really close. And I'm not even really sure on this one. Um, you know, I'm going to say MJ Hager because he did get the death card when I pulled it on him, but that doesn't mean it doesn't mean that that he is not going to win. You can read it so many different ways, but I'm going to I'll say Hager, but it's going to be so close and so challenged. It's going to be really, really tight. And the Republicans have won everything in Texas forever and ever. Oh, you guys, did y'all hear about that? I'm sure you did. That Biden bus, and everybody saw the video of the car being overtaken here in Texas. This was where we were. We were in New Braunfels. We were right outside of San Antonio, and this bus was on the way to Austin. This what happened a few miles from where I was, just a very few miles. They say it's San Antonio, but I really think it was New Braunfels. It's 35 going north. I'm 100% sure it's New Braunfels, and they're calling it San Antonio because it's a bigger city, and that's how they're going to report it like that. But it happened really, really close to us. Those trucks were out in New Braunfels too. We saw them. There's people all standing around. It's a very, very Republican state. It really is. But there are a lot of Democrats here, and we're getting stronger and stronger, and a lot of people are just sick of it. They're just sick of all this. I cannot believe that they drove, they ran this person off the road. My granddaughter, that's 17 years old, drove to Austin for the first time that day. For the first time, she drove to goes visit her sister. 17 years old, she was on 35 driving that day. Imagine if she would have been in the mix of that, She's been driving for about a year now, and that's it. And she has never driven that far before, but she was allowed to go that day. But thank goodness she was already there by the time this happened. But, people, what are you doing? What are you doing? That it could have caused a horrible accident. Thank goodness that person, gained control on the car. But anyway, it's crazy, y'all. Things are going crazy, and that's what I'm feeling. These races are going to be so, so close, all of them. Okay, so in North Carolina, we have that Cal Cunningham. He looks good. We're going to have to be patient. Um, you know, I can't really call this one because this one is super, super close. On the cards, it was so close. They both had very good cards, both of them did. So I didn't really take a look at that. I don't really know who's ahead there, but it's super close, y'all. And I think in many of these races, they're not going to be able to call them right away. We're going to just have to be very patient and wait for all the information, all the votes to be counted, everything to be tallied and come in. South Carolina, that's Lindsey Graham and Jamie Harrison. Of course, really think Lindsey Graham ought to be thrown out, definitely. But he is the favorite. When I pulled cards for him, I got the devil card. I got his fortune is changing. So, and Jamie Harrison did get better cards. But I still feel like Lindsey he's probably going to be the winner, He really is going to be the winner, but I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. And I did see Jamie. I did see Biden come up in the cards that I pulled for Jamie Harrison. And he did have better cards, but I feel like it's, you know, I don't know. I feel like Lindsey Graham he's he's got, he does have the devil on him. Sometimes it works in your favor. He's the devil. He's the devil himself, And the people that are voting for him, maybe that's the kind of person they like. They just like the devil, you know what I mean? But his fortune is changing. Okay, so that doesn't mean, that he's going to have a wonderful life and a good time being in the Senate, even if he's reelected. But I feel like he will probably be reelected. Okay, that's what I'm getting. In Georgia, there's that John Ossoff, I think his name is Ossoff. Don't say that too fast. Might come out not sounding too good. I saw him debate. My daughter came and brought it to me, and she was on her computer this weekend, and she goes, "Look at this debate. Look at him. He is so good." I mean, he put that David Perdue in his place. He put him in his place. He was great. And this one is also going to be a nail biter. It really is. But I got the Three of Cups card, the celebration card with John Ossoff. So I feel like, even though, like I said, it's super, super close, that, he's going to be the winner. He may be declared the winner, you guys. So I'm leaning a little more towards him because at the last card that I pulled for him was the Three of Cups celebration card. So let's hope that works out good. Okay. All right. So what else are we going to talk about? My husband is bench watching Marco Polo on Netflix. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. I'm not watching it. It's very noisy and loud. I'm sure it's a good show and everything, but it gives me a chance to get some work done here. Thank goodness. And, I was asking Spirit if, we're going to have a clear winner on Tuesday night. Is it going to be clear who the winner is? And I pulled a few cards, and I got for Trump. It's so weird. I got the death card, and then I got Trump card. I got and the six of cups. Like it's a welcome relief. So I feel like, what the death card means, sudden change, difficult sudden change. So that's what that means. And then I got Trump. Trump showed up right there. And then Six of Cups. I feel like that's a welcome relief. Knight of Pentacles was the last card I pulled on that. So that's letting us know that we have to be patient. It's like, this is the way I look at it. It looks like, it looks clearly like Biden is winning. It clearly looks that way, but it's not called. You know what I mean? We're like, why aren't they calling it? Why aren't they calling it? That's what I'm looking. That's how I see the cards, how I'm reading them. That we'll just be wondering why they're not calling it, but I guess they're waiting. You know what I mean? Since the Hillary Clinton fiasco, they're not going to call it right away. So it's not going to be that clear who the winner is that night. We have to be a little patient. Even if it's like the writing is on the wall. We can clearly see Biden's winning. Trump has the death card. He's going down. That's big changes, big sudden changes. So it should be clear, but I don't think they're going to call it, even though it looks like, it could be called. But I think we're going to have to be a little bit patient and wait, because there's going to be some other states where they're, pulling a few stunts here and there. Okay. So, but we'll be like, oh no, we got this. Okay. So, all right. And then will Trump concede? That's the next thing I asked Spirit. Is he going to concede? Will he admit defeat? And of course, what do you think is going to happen? He's going to look at all his options. He can see if there's anything that can be changed. He's going to have his attorney, file all kinds of things. he's going to do everything he can. You know what I mean? He will not come out and concede. He will not, no, he's not going to do that. He's just going to say, I don't think he's going to. He may say that I didn't ask Spirit if he was going to say if they, he won, but he's definitely not going to concede it, admit defeat for sure, for sure. Okay, he's going to do anything and everything that he has to do, to change the outcome of this. That's what he's going to do. Everything and anything he can do, he will do it. All right, so that's what we have to look forward to. So maybe, might be a little while, but I feel like we're going to say it's so close, and we're going to say, well, it looks for sure like Biden's going to win, and I know Biden will win, but there's so many things that Trump is trying to pull that it might delay things just because he's trying to get, the court involved and things like that. So anyways, I hope you guys are looking forward and having your little watch party too. Hope everybody's doing well. Oh, my daughter, she's well, almost. She still has the cold and everything. So she's been sick for a while now. So that was Friday to Friday. That was a week, and now it's Monday. So she's been sick for a good 10 days. And, thank God she didn't have the corona. Thank goodness. Or we'd all be sick. And my husband was still nervous about it. Even though she came back negative, he was still nervous. He said, sometimes those tests are wrong. I said, well, we'd be sick by now. I think if she had, COVID-19, we'd have it too. So we're doing well. So I'm not worried about it. We're all healthy and good. So hopefully we didn't get her illness. She has bronchitis, it's something that you don't catch from somebody else. You know what I mean? So she had a flare up on bronchitis that she gets. All right. So tonight I am going to my daughter's house to babysit. Even though I have a grandson that's 13 and 11-year-old, and they can stay by themselves, obviously. The 11-year-old, he's a little more immature and babyfied, and then the 13-year-old, he could stay there and take care of him. I know he could, but the 11-year-old might have a panic attack. So I've been asked to do babysitting duty, which I completely love. So what did I do? I got up early this morning, and I had to clean because, I worked all weekend and I had to clean up my house. So I got up early, cleaned, washed clothes, and started cooking. I'm bringing food over to these boys. I love to feed them. And the 13-year-old, he's almost 6 foot, I believe. And he weighs 145 pounds, y'all. He is skinny as a rail. And that boy can eat and eat and eat. He never gets full. And I love to feed him because he just eats like crazy, and he doesn't get fat. So it's wonderful to feed a kid like that, You need to grow. You need to get fatter. Here's food. So we're going to go over there and do that. So I'm very excited about it. It's my daughter's anniversary. They've been married for 18 years. Woohoo! I told her, you're almost vintage. And last night, I don't know if you guys are watching this. Last night I was watching at midnight. I watched this 90 Day Fiance, The Other Side. I love that show. It's so funny because I don't get attached to shows or binge watching anything. But one night that season was on, the first season, I think it was on, and I recorded the whole thing. And me and my husband watched it. And once you just get attached to all the people, and it's a reality series, So it's so good to watch. If y'all have a chance to watch it, you should, because these people, I don't know I didn't watch completely how they got together. I watched this season that's going on right now. So I don't really know how they met and got together. I picked it up after that. But even though I don't know, how they met, it's still interesting and still good. There's a couple in Ethiopia. She's pregnant, she went to Ethiopia and had her baby. And then if you guys are following it, some of you guys know what I'm talking about because you're watching it. She had to bring the baby. She had a C-section, an unscheduled C-section because she had a problem, and all of a sudden they had to have a C-section. So it was nail biting and all that, and very scary to be in another country, like that, and have to go through a cesarean. I feel sorry for her. Anything that could go wrong has gone wrong. It seems like poor girl. And then they were going to get the baby circumcised, and they did his vaccines, and they gave it to him in his little tiny baby arm. I'm like, here we do it in the thigh. They gave it to him in the arm, and he was all, of course, crying and everything. And she got him all calmed down. And then they wanted to do the circumcision. And she's like, he just needs peace. He needs peace. And she just took the baby and ran out of the hospital and ran away. She's like, no, he's perfect the way he is. And I know you guys are all saying, oh, but he has to be circumcised. He needs it. And, I know that that's tradition, what to do. And thank God I never had to make those decisions in my life. I had 3 girls because I do feel like, didn't God make us perfect? Do we really need to alter our body within, minutes of being born, or a week after? Anyway, she just didn't have the heart to go through with it at that time. And she did end up going back and doing it. And that baby screamed horribly. It must have hurt like hell. I don't know how, if the doctor even numbed his penis. That baby screamed. I had to block my ears. I was like, la, 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 la. I couldn't stand to even watch it. I was just like, I didn't listen to it. I heard the baby start screaming. He was screaming horribly. It was really bad. Really, really bad. So I don't blame her for not wanting to do it. Anyway, there's another couple that's in India. She's gone to India. She's been back and forth. She fell in love with this man that's, like 30 years younger than her. She's old enough to be, I think she's older than his mother. He's like 31 or 32. It's Jenny and Sumit. She's like 64, 65, and he's 31, 32, something like that. So she's double his age. And they're in love, and he had to get a divorce, and it's crazy. It is crazy. He had to pay his wife $20,000 for a divorce, and his parents don't like her, and they don't want, they don't want their son to marry her because she's too old, and they'll never have grandchildren. And then, he's going to end up taking care of her instead of them. It's so funny. And, I've been around Indian people, all my life. And I learned something that I didn't know. They, when they go to speak to their parent, they touch their feet. I didn't know that. I never ever knew that. Anytime he goes and talks to his parent, he goes and touches their feet. It's a sign of respect. That's very interesting. And then there's another couple from Jordan. The man is from Jordan. He's a Muslim. He is a devout, strict Muslim, and he wants this girl to become a Muslim and, convert and give up everything. And she's a wild child. She's on social media with her bikini and everything. And the man's father saw her, and he's telling the son that he's gonna kill him if he doesn't give this girl up, that he's gonna murder his son. I'm like, she's about to go back to Jordan. I'm like, girl, you need to stay away from that man. Forget that man. That is not going to end well. It's not going to end well. It really isn't. They are really, really devout. I mean, it's scary, scary, scary. And then there's another couple in South Korea, Devon and Jihan, and they are the cutest, cutest little couple in the world. Y'all should watch this show. It's so fun and cute. It's the only binging that I've actually enjoyed, watching these couples, and I'm just like, oh, don't do that. But it's really funny. Anyway, it's a good distraction to watch something like that and see what other people are going through. There's so many more issues in the world than what's going on with us. And of course, we have, very important issues to deal with. voting for the next president, getting a decent president in there, and being able to handle this pandemic and all that. But we need a break. We need a break from everything, and watching some kind of TV that gets your mind off things, and also having a very positive attitude about the outcome. It's just, people just don't understand. Until you're on the other side of, what's going on, you feel like an outsider. All the Democratic people feel like outsiders. Trump has said, basically, I am not the president of the Democrats. He's never included us in, even though if you were a Republican and Obama was president, he was inclusive. He was your president. He was a good man. He was honorable, respectable. This Trump is not. He is not. And so we all need to find ways, and we've done that for the last 4 years, to distract ourselves and, just have a very positive attitude about the outcome of this election. And that's what we've been doing, and that's what we need to continue to do, you guys, is just, be very positive about what's going to happen. And, everything's going to work out okay. Everything is going to be fine. It really, really is. I think we're on to, it's a new time for us. It's a completely new time for us, and things are going to get better from here on out. So I'll be, saying prayers and sending good thoughts. After this is all over with, y'all, I am going to concentrate on healing. I'm going to start making healing videos instead of doing all the, card reading and tarot. I'm going to do healing videos. And I'm going to be doing healing videos on specific problems, like back problems, shoulder, neck, things like that. So very specific healings. That's the next plan for me, and that's what I'm going to do. So be looking for them. I know a lot of you have sent me emails and asking me to do healings for you. I will do them. I am going to get around to it. I've been super, super busy, but I will do them. I am doing them. And for some of you, I've probably already done the healing for you, and you probably know that. It's not me doing the healing. I'm just sending you healing energy. So I have to back up there, watch the words that I'm saying and how I'm saying them. Anyway, what else? Anything else? Oh, I wanted to tell you one more thing before I leave. This is so weird, y'all. So I was cooking for lunch. I made a bunch of foods that I'm going to take over to my grandson's this evening. And of course, I had to feed my husband too. And the days that I worked, I came home and cooked every day too. This man is exhausting, but we don't want to go out to eat anyway. We have to eat and I have to cook. Anyway, I made him lunch and everything. And I came in here to my room. My bed's over there. Before I started my readings, I had a load of clothes to fold up. So I was folding up clothes, and I had just left him out there eating. I heard right behind me, I heard a burp so loud. It felt like it was in the hallway right here by my door. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's coming in the room already. How did he eat so fast? I thought it was my husband burping, because he does burp a lot. And I went to the doorway and I was like looking for him. He's not there. He's not there. I mean, this was a loud burp, y'all. This was a loud, loud burp. I walk into the kitchen and he's sitting there eating. And I said, wow, you burped so loud that I could hear it in the bedroom. It sounded like you were standing in the bedroom. And he said, I didn't burp. I'm like, well, I heard a burp. I mean, it was a burp. It was a burp. There's no two ways about it. It's so weird, y'all. It is so weird. I don't know what's going on. I know that, my spirit guides can, do little tricks and have a little fun with me here and there. So I don't know. They're having a little fun with me. Like, the other day when they touched me, it's not they, it's one. It's one spirit guide. So I think that was my spirit guide. Just compliments to the chef. That's what the burp is. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. It was kind of funny. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for listening to me go on and on and on. I appreciate it. We're going to have a lot of different things to talk about after this election, right? We're going to get some new topics, maybe change from this political thing. So send me questions, you guys. Is there something else that you'd like to have read on? Get some information after this is all over with. We can, change our focus to something else. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Wouldn't that be so nice that we wouldn't have to worry about these things? That would be wonderful. All right, guys, thank y'all so much. I'll talk to you on Tuesday night, okay? I'm going to record it probably, won't do it live because everybody's going to be watching TV and there's a lot of live ones going on, but I'll post it right after the election, okay? All right, guys, love y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Y'all take care and do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now. Take care.